Hey guys, Darren here. Welcome to Mayhem Country Living. And our first official video in the new building. Office, studio, tiny house, call it what you will. But, hang on, I'll show you. There we go. Got a couple of the monitors up. And let me fix the chair. And getting it all situated, and everything's still in piles, but everything is pretty much done on the walls in here, and it was time to go ahead and move stuff in here. And I'd gotten some emails and some text all through the week. People had been saying, "Hey Darren, where you been? You really haven't been posting much anything on Facebook, or maybe a few things in the evening." Well, as luck would have it, I had gotten selected for jury duty. How about that? Mr. Mayhem himself, having dodged it. They sent me a letter about a month ago and said, "Mr. Taylor, we would be interested in you filling out this questionnaire to determine if you would be, if you would fit in the process of selection of jurors for federal cases." And I thought, crap, I did not want to do it. My thoughts and opinions vary greatly as far as federal government on how things should be run. I'm a libertarian / anarchist, and I believe that all government is corrupt and will corrupt, and all taxation is theft. And that's what I wrote on the back. It said, fill this out if you have any concerns or anything like that. And I said, oh, here we go. And I wrote them a couple of nice paragraphs and everything, and I included all of my concerns and complaints, and I sent it off. And the hooch said, "I don't know if I'd have done all that." I thought maybe I shouldn't have done all that. Regardless, I did all that. And then a few weeks later, I got another letter, even thicker, with a little window on it, and those are never good. And it said that I had been selected as a juror for these cases, for this time period, this 2-week block of time, and that I would have to I would have to show up these dates, call at this time to show up, and then if I didn't, they would serve a warrant for me, and then they would send someone to pick me up and bring me to court. Politely, they said all of that. I've got the letter around here somewhere. I'll mark out all the sensitive stuff and show you on one of the next videos. And I thought, gosh damn it, not only did they threaten to put me in a cage, they're going to make me disarm going into a courthouse, which, I understand, but I carry every day, all day. They're going to make me disarm, and if I don't disarm, they're going to put me in a cage. Some kind of government. But wait. I go in, I thought, need to talk to some smarter people than me. So I talked to my dad about it, and Dad said, it'll be a really good experience. You'll find it very interesting. Dad's late 70s, and he said, I've done it a couple of times. There's really nothing to it. And I told him this, and he said, suck it up. Nothing you can do. I thought, well, he's got a valid point. I talked to some other friends of mine, and they all pretty much said the same thing. You have been chosen. Go. So I did. I went, and I thought to myself, I'm going to have an open mind about this, and maybe I can learn something from it. And it had been a very, very long time since I've done anything like that, taken any kind of civics classes, American government classes, actual stuff, not the crap that they teach kids in the books, actually how it works in real life with real people. And I sat and watched and talked to them, and there's several people there, and then they asked, do you have an opinion on this and this, and they asked me, and I told them, and they said, "Oh wow," and but they kept me, and they said, "Well, can you be an impartial juror, and based only on the facts that are presented to you, could you render a verdict fair?" And I said, "Well, absolutely, absolutely, I can do that." And they said, "Oh, well, you know, dude, you're here." And it was funny. The first case was a criminal case. I can talk about this now because it's a few days out. The first case was a criminal case where the DEA had caught someone selling drugs, and it was a substantial amount of meth, I believe it was. And they talked about that, and then their side asks whether or not you can you could be impartial on the other side, and they're each trying to stack their deck with their jurors. That's how they do it, and that's just what the system is. And they went back and forth and back and forth, and they said, is there anything that would make you disagree with the laws of the United States regarding drugs? And I said, actually, yes, there is. I said, I disagree with the fact that marijuana is considered illegal, Schedule 1, and a controlled substance, and you can end up doing 10-20 years for a minor offense of having a plant. Nothing that's been chemically modified or derived or anything like that, but a plant. I find it ludicrous. And the agents just kind of looked at me, and then they started talking. And so obviously I didn't get selected for that one, but I got selected for the civil case. The civil case was very interesting. Not going to go into a lot of details about that, but nobody was hurt or anything like that. It was somebody had gotten sideswiped on the interstate years ago, and then they went back to try to get more money out of the company, and for no reason. Somebody just trying to milk the system. And it was very, very interesting. And I had a chance to talk to several of the judges, and because it was interesting. And I told them my opinion, and they, under their breath, they said, "Well, we think the same way, really." And I found it very refreshing that the people who are in higher positions of authority think that the whole damn apple is rotten too, and they're just trying to keep their little piece of it going. I find that refreshing because for a while I thought everybody was inept and incompetent, and that's just how government was. But it's not, because there's a lot of good people still. And I have to say, the fact that we still have a right to vote, whatever you think about the Electoral College, representative government, democratic democracy, whatever, republic, whatever, the fact that we still have the right to vote, and we still have a right to a jury trial by our peers, still pretty dang good. A lot of stuff's going on, a lot of stuff's happening as far as changes in laws and red flag laws and stuff like that, revolving around Second Amendment rights and then First Amendment rights as well. And so we are on a very slippery slope. And do I think it's all roses and sunshine? No, we're all screwed still. But it makes me feel good that there are those that are in high positions of power who still think the same way as you and I do. They're not all bad. We just have to watch for them. I think that would be the kernel of truth that you can take out of this conversation, the nugget from this video, that I have to say our government is crappy and it stinks, but it's still the best damn thing that there is out there. And I gotta say, I'd rather be here than any other damn place on the planet. Anyway, guys, we're going to wrap this up in just a second. You're going to see a picture of my ugly mug pop over here on this side of the screen, as well as my beautiful wife. On the other side are going to be some videos if we are indeed your brand of wacky. And I would always ask you to take care of your people. And smile, guys. It may not be as bad as we think. Take care of your people.